Okay, Coach, we are about 15 miles south of downtown Buffalo at New Era Field in Orchard Park. A few moments ago, to the delight of this Buffalo crowd, it was the Bills racing out of the tunnel as they get set to match up with Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles. Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Right there, 54 Mike. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
This is the third-round pick out of FAU, Devin Singletary. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Mike. 53, Mike. Watch the curl.
From the gun, it's Allen. Open man, here's Foster. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Check, 53, Mike. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D. Check 24, check 24. Check. Monday.
Hey, high 7.
Let's go. I got it.
Looking to throw again on second down. Allen, Isaiah McKenzie hauling it in. The ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Eagles. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free. Anything you can do to slow them down.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away.
Go. The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a first and 10, just shy of the 30. Boston Scott, his first carry. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And an Eagle first down.
Here we go.
Hey, watch the slant.
They'll run on first down. It's Scott, and he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. A tackle for loss there. 2 last week. He's tough to handle coming off the edge.
I mean, you talk about a defensive end, your first thought is how does he rush the passer? That's where he makes his big plays getting into the backfield. But the best ones can play the run as well. And that's what we're seeing from him, that excellent combination of holding the point of attack and also getting upfield to make plays in the backfield.
Now they'll throw it. Wentz. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Wentz now to throw. This is caught by Jackson. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 35.
Let's go.
A gain of 18 on the play.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Now a give, right side. Scott. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Now Wentz. Aguilar has it. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Nelson Aguilar with touchdown number 7 on the year. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3 and out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1 and out, but maybe, possibly, let's try and think with them here. Try and play field position maybe, turn the ball over, put it in the hands of their defense. Who knows?
You're a nice man.
Watch the screen.
On 2nd and very short, Allen. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. They'll try and run for this with Singletary. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And it'll be 4th down. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. On the return, Jackson. 43 yards on the punt, return of 4. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. An update from around the league as our first one comes from New Orleans. And it's an early lead there for the Saints. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. On 1st down, Scott. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 10 yards there and an Eagle 1st down. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Scott. And he's got a first down and then some at midfield. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Boston Scott, his first touchdown on the year. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly for 6. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. They run with a former Jaguar. It's T.J. Yeldon. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance in guessing, because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. They'll run on first down with Singletary. Malik Jackson there to make the stop.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
And he slings one that's incomplete. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position you have to be, you just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball.
It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
The Bills on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Fletcher Cox, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Wentz. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And he's got some space here. And Touchdown, Buffalo. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. This will be fielded at the 8. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Here we go.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Hey, tight down. Here we go.
Now Wentz to try again after the pick six. Completes it to Aguilar. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Here's Scott. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
They'll run with Scott, and they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play, and that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
Here we go. Pac-Man. 40.
Right there. And watch the leg.
Here's Wentz to throw. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 41-yard line.
16 yards. First down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. Touchdown, Philadelphia! Carson Wentz with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Hey, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, wherever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
Now, after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
53, check 53. Hey, let's get in them holes. Mike, 53. 53, Mike.
Hey, wahoo!
What we got? What we got?
Allen. Got an open man. It's Foster. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. As far as undrafted players go, Philip Lindsay took most of the headlines a season ago. But remember, Robert Foster was undrafted out of Alabama as well, signed with the Bills in May of 2018, and had a pretty good year. 27 catches, 541 yards. Throwing again on second down. Allen, he's going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
It's been my observation. There's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Singletary, they'll run for it. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
A first down run, not going to get him a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there. So that'll bring up 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at their 49-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. To throw is Wentz. This short throw caught by Goddard, and he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at 148-yard line and ended at the other.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
On third down, it's Scott. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Third and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. First down.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Play action. Now Wentz. Incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds, because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
Throwing is Wentz. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. T.J. Yeldon, the one he was looking for. And now it's 2nd down. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
So the penalty certainly helps them out as they come up on 2nd and 5. It's brought in complete. It's John Brown. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a first down.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go. And we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Here we go.
Throwing on first down is Allen. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Give him 18 on that one as the Bills are going to have a first down. Now Allen. Out of the backfield, it's T.J. Yeldon. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Allen to throw once more. And he's going to have the connection to Foster. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 7 yards there and a first down.
First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Mike, 53. Mike. I got it. Alert. Check. 53, Mike.
Hey, echo.
Let's go, D. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. 53.
Operating from the red zone now. Allen. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Hey, tight.
53 to Mike. 53. Check 53.
Now Allen to throw. Throwing again. That one complete to Yeldon. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. T.J. Yeldon, as the first half is winding down, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. Now Wentz. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right? Yeah. Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
On 2nd down, it's Scott, and 3 yards there takes him to the 45. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Now Wentz on third down. And that is incomplete. So no problems moving the ball in the first half, but they'll likely come up empty here on drive one of quarter three.
And it was so important for the defense to get that stop, because what we witnessed in the first half was them getting run over. And they needed the confidence, and they needed to get off the field so they felt good going forward in this game.
Oh, able to avoid him. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter three, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Looking to throw on second down. Allen, and he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Fletcher Cox make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Here's Allen to throw it. Open man, here's Foster. Oh, he's got some breathing room. A big play here for Buffalo, and even 50 yards.
And that one hurts defensively. They force him into 3rd and long, have the advantage, yet they give up the big play right there.
Yeah, their offense was already warming up on the sideline, ready to come out. So much for that 3 and out.
I smell fear in that offense. Watch out, Lord. Watch out. Stop.
On first down, Allen. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Middle. Don't get nervous.
To throw again, Allen. Now a leaping catch, he's got it. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 29-yard line.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Allen's throw into the hands of Brown. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Again, they'll throw with Allen. And this is incomplete. Tyler Croft, the tight end, the one he was looking for. 3rd down here.
They always say the real estate is about location. Well, guess what? When it's a slant route, the quick ones, timing. Got to be able to lead your man with the football.
And the timing off right there, threw it behind him. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Oh, he stays up, runs through the contact. And that will be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Marr able to put this one through, and that'll bring them back within 4. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays, yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
At the 28-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Wentz going to throw. He's going to air one out. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 21. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45. Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defense coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed the quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
Well, he's got to figure something out because the current formula is not working. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And here's Allen. Going to throw again. This will be caught by Brown. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 12 yards that time, and a Bills 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Allen now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the 2nd half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
Mike. You're trash. Check. 53's Mike.
They run it from the gun with Yeldon. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
53, Mike 53. Watch the slant. 53's the Mike. 53's the Mike. Hey, check.
From the 38, Allen. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. Well, those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game, that time unable to find the completion.
Yeah, it just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
Cloud. Check. 53's Mike.
Allen from the gun on 3rd down. Got a man. It's Brown. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Right here.
Now this time, Wentz will throw. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun, it's Wentz. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. T.J. Green with a pick. So that one will be accepted. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Mike Brown, 80.
Mike strike 4. Ready?
They go right back to Singletary. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. The Bills on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 7.
Go.
Allen now looks to throw. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. They run here with Singletary. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. T.J. Yeldon with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Bills have taken the lead. So the shotgun snap to Allen toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a 2-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense.
Right? Yeah, that's true. You've said that before.
Let's go.
At their own 37-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
At the 44-yard line.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now Wentz. This short throw caught by Goddard. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 13 and a 1st down for Philadelphia.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Pretty nice work defensively there on the 1st down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. Tremaine Edmonds, the Bills' leading tackler as a rookie last year, in on the stop there. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing now is Wentz. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It can be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Meanwhile, here, a run on first down really backfires as he's going to be brought down well behind the line of scrimmage. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
It's a pickup of 17 on that one, and a Bills first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. Singletary, and he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. On 2nd and 7, Allen throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Allen. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, that should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
Well, from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position. But it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 30. Yard line at the 34.
First and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Completes it to Aguilar. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7.
At the 46-yard line.
Ready? 8, read. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
To throw is McHale. It's caught by Aguilar. Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise, this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
On the carry, this is Scott. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Trent Murphy, the one to bring him down.
I know a lot of people won't like the draw called in that situation, but every now and then that pops big. In this case, it didn't happen.
They'll look to throw to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Alshon Jeffrey, the intended receiver. But now it'll be third down. Third and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure, and if you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback, and then make sure you blanket the field.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. He'll look to throw. Going to go to Clement here out of the backfield. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. He's back to throw. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And it would appear the Bills are going to win the football game.
56. Check 56. That's right, baby. They don't want it.
On first down, they'll start out with Singletary. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2. And it brings up second down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
Check 25. 56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56. Watch the run. Alert! Undercrush. Watch the motion. Switch. Check the back. Hey, tight.
Singletary again. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
53. Mike.
5.
Check. 53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike. Hey, we're pretty quiet, D.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Going up top. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. They're all finished in the bout down in Houston. It's the Texans firmly in control of that one. They've scored again. If they hang on, that would up their win total to 5 on the season so far. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle. Kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Kevin Johnson.
Intercepted. The Bills take over 1st and 10.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Well, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No,